Feel the tension in the air. No air conditioning in this building. We're gonna make our own wind. All right. Well, hello. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment they've all been waiting for. Okay, welcome to Shoestring 2007. This is a historic occasion. Shoestring began in 1980, and what you are about to see is the first performance of the last production of the Shoestring Players, because we are going to end this year, a 27-year run, which has gone from Seattle, Washington, to Alaska, to London, to Edinburgh, to New York City, to Florida, to all over New Jersey, 2.5 million audience members, approximately 300-something performers involved. So it's been a long run, but all good things must come to an end. But today we are ready for you, okay? We're very ready for you. The name of our show is Roar! The name of our show is Roar, okay? We got that. Now, have any of you seen Shoestring before? Nobody's seen Shoestring before. Okay, so here's the way we work. We are very cheap. We don't believe in spending a lot of money on costumes, on sets, on a lot of elaborate lighting. So what you see is what you get. We become everything. If we need to have a special set, these guys become the set. If we need to have special animals or characters or anything, they all become these things, okay? With the help of your imagination. So we put together our imagination, your imagination, wrap it all up, and somehow we get something out of all of this. Okay, now today's show consists of 4 stories from different parts of the world. The first story is called Beckon, and it's a story from ancient Ireland. The second story is called The Maiden King. Yeah, I know it sounds like a little contradiction in terms, but that's what it's meant to be. Okay, and that comes from Russia. Now, after we tell our second story, we're going to ask you to help us tell a story. And already you're hating the thought. I know, I can tell. I can see it in your eyes. Oh my God, they're going to make us say things? All right, but we'll let you worry about that for a while. Then we will come back and we will tell a serious story that was told to me a long time ago by my teacher, Joseph Campbell, the great mythologist. Some of you may have heard of. It's called A Little Tiger, and it comes from India. And last of all, we have a crazy story about 4 absolutely unworthy brothers who managed to get lucky. What can I tell you? All right. You can interpret that any way you want. All right, anyway. Are we ready, Becky? Becky's ready. We ready, Shoestring? Yeah! You gotta top that. We ready, audience? Yeah! All right, let's go to the year 2007 and let's take it to Roar. Go out and roar.
Lived on a farm with his 3 older sisters. Paquette! They spied on all that he did and were always quick to criticize. For example, whenever he milks the cows.
Milk, 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 milk. Milk, 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 milk. Milk, milk.
Beckon would sneeze. Frighten the cows. And the cows would kick over the milk. Or when he fetched water from the well, Beckon would unaccountably sneeze. Or when he went to eat peas, again he would sneeze and frighten the geese.
Worthwhile around here.
Go up to the high pasture
great bull of Codex.
Slaughter the bull and we'll have beef stew all winter.
Now do something right for a change!
But the sisters didn't know what a difficult task Beckon faced. The great bull of Connaught was the terror of Ireland. No one who dared could stand up to his fierce temper and sharp thorns. But Beckon would do his best. So Beckon went up to the high pasture and waited. Soon he felt the ground shaking beneath his feet.
For years that burr has been causing me great pain. You are the only one who had tried to help me.
Just trying to be friendly.
And now I am your friend. Wherever you go, I will protect you.
You're the one who needs protection. My sisters want to slaughter you to make beef stew.
Then come with me. I am destined for something greater than your sister stew pot.
And so Beckon and the great bull of Connaught traveled together for many days, until one day they arrived in an open field.
Why are we stopping here?
It is here I must battle the great bull of Ulster. It will be a battle the like of which has never been seen before. It is my doom to lose and be killed.
Killed? You are my friend. I won't let anyone kill you.
Don't interfere! There are powers at work here beyond your understanding.
At that moment, the earth shook and the sky darkened, and the great bull of Ulster came onto the field. The two bulls faced each other, and there was such a battle as had never been seen in all of Ireland. At last, the great bull of Connaught lay dead upon the ground, and Beckon hid his face with weeping.
Beckon! Look at me!
Beckon looked up to see a mighty warrior standing in the great bull's place.
I am Finn McCool, guardian of the Western world. For years I lived in the farm that you remember. Finally, the day of my freedom has come. I will go west now to the land of Tirnano and join my ancestors, the people who never die. For your kindness to me, take my belt. It will be a mighty weapon when you are in need. And now I must leave you.
So Beckon took the belt of Finn McCool and tied it around his waist. And again, he set on his journey. In time, he met a farmer leading a donkey.
You there, young man. You look as if you're in need of work. What can you do?
Anything a farmer needs in a pair of strong hands can't perform.
Well, I have many sheep and goats in my pasture. Watch over them by day and night, and I'll pay you well and feed you 3 full meals.
Agreed.
Only one thing. Don't go past the wall that separates my land from the next farm over. There lives an evil Arak, a sorcerer who will do you harm.
I hear your warning.
So Beckon watched the farmer's flocks, but he was curious to see the farm on the other side of the wall. One day, he knocked out a few stones and climbed through the wall. On the other side, he saw a magnificent pasture with beautiful rose bushes.
Rose.
An oak tree covered in ivy.
Oak.
Tree. A weeping willow. And a mysterious reflecting pool. It was all so beautiful that Beckon decided to linger a while. In a little while, he began to become uneasy.
without permission, and if they do, I cut off their head with my enchanted sword. Get ready, kid.
But Beckon had one hand free and managed to fling his magic belt at the evil sorcerer. It wound around his neck and began to choke him.
It's choking me. Set me free and I'll be gone from here forever.
Promise?
I promise.
Then give me your enchanted sword and be gone at once.
So the evil sorcerer gave Beckon the enchanted sword and disappeared. And the beautiful castle went back to the way it was. And Beckon made a gift of it to the kind farmer.
This is wonderful, but I want you to continue to work for me, especially now.
Why, especially now?
These are dangerous times. Tomorrow, down in the town, it will be the Day of the Serpent!
What?
The Day of the Serpent! Once a year, every year, the king must offer a young girl to the terrible sea serpent that lives just offshore. Only then will he spare the countryside from fire and destruction. This year, the king must offer his own daughter, Princess Finula.
And the good farmer went on to tell Beckon how the girl would be chained to a rock on the sea until the terrible sea serpent came for her.
Isn't there anything anyone can do?
Many warriors have tried, but none have survived the serpent's fire.
Lend me your donkey. I'm going to try to save the princess.
You'll be killed, surely!
But Beckon took his enchanted sword and his magic belt and went down to the town to see if he could save the princess. When he arrived, a great crowd had already gathered to watch the terrible sight. There was the princess, just as the farmer had told. Then that Beckon cried out his challenge to the serpent.
Come and fight me, evil one! The princess will belong to the winner!
Then began a terrible fight between Beckon and the serpent. Beckon's enchanted sword cut the serpent, but the serpent's fire pushed it back. Until at last, Beckon remembered his magic belt. He spun it around his head and flung it at the serpent. It wrapped itself around its neck and pulled itself tighter and tighter. The fire breath was cut off, and soon the serpent drowned in a great cloud of steam. The princess was free, and Beckon was the hero of the people. His three mean sisters were on hand to embrace his triumph. Beckon started to sneeze.
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Beckon, what's the matter? Who are they?
My three mean sisters.
Oh, well, such a happy day. I want to give them all something.
But they were always mean to me. Shut up! Sorry.
Besides, I think I'm allergic to them.
I know.
We can make them ladies in waiting.
Good idea. You, Sister Robin. You can be the lady who waits to milk the cow. And you, Sister Seagull. You can be the lady who waits to carry the water. And you, Sister Allie. You can be the lady who waits for the geese to lay their eggs.
Everything was done as everybody deserved. And Beckon and the princess went on to rule the kingdom in wisdom and justice.
The end.
Not fair! Yes, it is.
who had a fine young son. The wife and mother was the best of all women, and they loved each other very much. But they didn't live happily ever after. One day, the wife and mother took sick, and very soon she died.
Bye.
And so she was gone from their lives forever. The father and son were inconsolable. Until a new young wife came into their lives. Although they didn't know it, she was the younger sister of the terrible Russian witch, Baba Yaga. Her name was Baba Cutie. She pretended to love the father, but her passion was for the son. The son, however, rejected her. And so, the wicked Baba Cutie hired a wicked tutor to teach her stepson his lesson and remind him how beautiful, loving, and gentle his new stepmother really was.
And I want results, or I'll cut off your head.
Yes, ma'am. So, every day after the young man's lessons, the young man and the tutor took a rowboat out on the sea to go fishing.
Bro, your stepmother's a very fine woman. Fish. Cast. No. Splash.
But the young man refused to listen.
Fish. Cast. No. Splash. She really thinks the world of you. Fish. Cast. No. Splash. You're a really lucky boy to have such a wonderful stepmother.
But still, the young man ignored him. One day, while they were out fishing, a magnificent ship with royal sails appeared. On board was the maiden king of all the Russias who was under a spell of enchantment. She had to find the perfect man to be her husband and consort so the two could rule as king and queen.
I see him! It's you!
Quickly, the maiden king lowered a boat and invited the young man onto the great ship.
Me? What do you want with me?
I have been searching the world for my perfect mate to rule all of Russia with me. It is said that when I found him, my heart will tell me so.
You want me to be king?
And I will be queen, and we will rule together for the rest of our lives!
Sounds great!
Let's go!
Wait!
What?
Well, this is all kind of sudden. I'd like to let my father know.
Oh, then tell him at once. Tomorrow, I will meet you here again. Same place, same time. If you fail to appear, I cannot come to you again.
Don't worry, I'll be here.
So the young man rushed home to tell his father the news.
So tomorrow, I will marry the young woman and become king of all the Russias.
The father was delighted.
I'm delighted, son.
But the wicked Baba Cutie overheard and called for the wicked tutor.
Here, take this magic pin. As soon as the main ship comes into sight, stick the pin in Ivan's shirt. He will fall asleep and nothing will awaken him. Got it?
Got it.
So the next day, the young man and the tutor went fishing as they always did.
Fish. Cast. No. Splash. Look, I'm sure this maiden king is all nice and everything, but if you ask me, you have a stepmother.
But it was just then that the maiden ship came into view, and there was the maiden king just as she had promised.
Ivan!
Princess, maiden king, I don't even know what to call you.
And it was just then that the wicked tutor stuck the magic pin in Ivan's shirt.
Wow.
So sleepy all of a sudden. It's all the excitement. Here, lie down till she gets here.
But when she arrived, nothing the princess could do would wake Ivan up.
Ivan, wake up!
Don't know what's gotten into that boy.
Oh, Ivan, today's the day we marry and become king and queen. Wake up!
Just doesn't seem to care. I don't understand that boy.
Ivan!
But it was just then that the maiden discovered the magic pin, and she knew she had been tricked. So she ordered her courtiers to distract the tutor while she wrote a quick note to Ivan.
Distract him.
Dear Ivan, you have been tricked. Your tutor has put a magic spell on you to make you fall asleep. I cannot come to you again, but if you wish to see me again and be my husband and king, look for me beyond thrice 9 lands and in the thrice 10th kingdom. Then she stuck the note in Ivan's hand and left with her courtiers aboard the great ship. As soon as they were gone, Ivan's tutor pulled the pin out of Ivan's shirt, and Ivan woke up.
Where is she? Where's the maiden king?
She was here, but you were asleep and nothing wake you. I'm afraid she's gone for good.
Ivan was frantic.
No, wait, come back!
But the great ship sailed away. It was then that Ivan discovered the note in his hand.
No!
When he read it, he was enraged.
You played this trick on me! Why the kingdoms all told.
You'll never find her, not if you spend your whole life searching!
Then that's what I'll do. I won't rest until I find my bride. So long, Pop. So long, son.
So Ivan set off on his quest to travel through thrice 9 kingdoms until he reached the thrice 10th kingdom and found his true love. He crossed through blinding blizzards, winds, snow, winds, snow, winds, snow, winds, snow, winds, snow, winds, snow. He crossed through burning deserts. And he braved the rushing, roaring rapids. Until he was washed up on an unknown shore. It was there that Ivan beheld an amazing sight. It was a cabin moving on chicken legs. And out popped Baba Yaga, the terrible older sister of the wicked stepmother Baba Cutie.
Oh, a visitor! How nice! You're all wet and muddy. Ooh, and smelly and scared. But that's all right.
I'm sorry. I've been through a lot.
Oh, that's all right. I'll make you a nice hot bath.
And off she went to boil the water in her cauldron. She wasn't going to wash him. She was going to eat him. But as she was preparing her cauldron, there was suddenly a great rushing of wings all about the house. It was the legendary Firebird of Russia.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
It spoke gently to young Ivan.
This is the house of the terrible witch Baba Yaga. She's not going to bathe you. She's going to eat you.
So what can I do?
Jump on my back. I will take you away from here.
Can you take me past thrice 9 kingdoms and bring me to the thrice 10th?
I can only bring you part of the way. The rest you must find on your own.
So Ivan hopped on the Firebird's back and off they flew.
Wait, I was gonna make espresso!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
They flew over kingdom after kingdom until at last they reached the thrice 9th kingdom.
This is as far as I can take you. The rest you must find on your own courage.
And so once again Ivan was left alone in a strange land. And once again he saw a house on chicken legs approaching, but there was something different about this house. This was the house of Baba Gutta, the one good witch in the whole Baba family.
You look tired, dirty, muddy, and scared. Would you like a bath?
Oh no, I know that trick.
Don't be silly. I am Baba Gutta, the only blossom on the family tree. And if you want to see your beloved maiden again, you'd better listen carefully.
And Baba Gutta told young Ivan what he must do to complete his quest.
Now listen carefully. This is where the plot gets a little tricky.
Okay.
The maiden was so upset, and her heart hurt so much when you rejected her.
I didn't reject her. I was tricked.
Anyway, her heart hurt too much to carry inside her body. So she gave it to me, and I put it for safekeeping with all her love into an egg.
An egg?
An egg. And just for safekeeping, I buried the egg under the roots of a magical oak tree.
Great, then I'm just gonna go and dig it up.
Not so fast. The oak tree will resist all your efforts to take the egg, but I will give you a little silver hatchet to cut the oak tree roots.
Great, I'm gonna go do it right.
Not so fast. If you get the egg, you have to bring it back for me to cook.
Cook?
Don't interrupt.
Sorry.
Every evening, the Firebird comes to visit me. The Maiden King is the Firebird. But without her heart and her love, she will not even recognize you unless she tastes and accepts of the egg at your hands.
I'm out of here. Where is this oak tree?
That's another thing. You're going to have to go through blizzards, deserts, and roaring Russian rapids to get to it.
Oh, but I already did that.
What can I tell you? Here's the hatchet to help you on your way.
Thanks.
And so Ivan set out on his final quest. He crossed through blizzards. He crossed through deserts. And he crossed the rushing, roaring rapids.
Hey guys, you just spin me around? Huh? Oh, spin me around. Oh, wait!
Until, at last, he found himself at the foot of the mighty, magical oak tree.
Oh.
Tree, 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 tree.
Oh.
Tree, 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 tree.
Oh.
Tree, 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 tree. He took his magic hatchet and began chopping his way into the oak. Until, at last, he found the magical egg containing all of the love of the Maiden King's heart. Quickly, he rushed back to Baba Guda's, where she had her cooking cauldron ready. Just as the sun was setting, there was a rush of mighty wings. It was the firebird coming to Baba Guda. Fire! 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 When it landed, it turned into the Maiden King and all her court. But without her heart, she did not recognize young Ivan.
Hey, it's me!
Quick, give her the egg. If she takes it, she will remember her love for you.
So Ivan offered the Maiden King the cooked egg. She hesitated. Then she tasted it. Then she recognized her beloved Ivan. Will you two get a chamber already? And so, Ivan and the maiden were married and ruled all the rushes as king and queen. As for the wicked stepmother, Ivan wrote her a letter telling her of all that had happened. And she flung herself into the sea in despair. And was never heard from again. As for Ivan's father, he met a very nice widow lady.
Hi.
You want to get married?
I thought you'd never ask.
And they all
Except for the wicked tutor and the wicked stepmother.
lived happily ever after.
The end.
Hi, welcome. My name is Evan. I'm supposed to have something like really creative to do.
And oh my goodness, you will never guess what happened. I just got a phone call and one of our creatures has escaped from the story. The sea monster. It's in the Raritan River. We have to become sea monster catchers. So, what should we do? I know. Everybody up on the count of three. One, two, three. Go! Get up! Oh, come on!
Get up!
Everybody up! Alright, everybody reach under your seats and grab your magical enchanted sword. Grab your gun. Enjoy it. You be careful with sharp objects. I have a sense about you. Alright, Evan, how do we work these magical enchanted swords?
Everybody take out their sword and let's push it into the ground.
Oh my goodness, Evan, the ground is shaking!
Let's jump in the hole.
Oh, I can't see a thing. Everybody put on their helmets and turn on your flashlight. Oh, okay. We seem to be in a very narrow cave. There's an opening. Let's start crawling. Oh, I see a ladder. Let's fly to it. And, there's a big rock. Let's push it over. And climb on out. What a really big field. I bet you we can find a bull in this really big field and beckon in the story he had a bull to help him catch that sea monster.
Look, I think we should use our magic bull call. I'll need everybody's help though.
Okay, what does it sound like?
Goes like.
Is that a burr in his ear?
It looks like that's a zipper.
A zipper? Well, everyone unzip the bull. It's been cool. You know, I bet you can borrow his belt. Thanks. We'll return it later. Everybody strap on the belt. And we're ready to go. How should we get to the Raritan River?
The bus.
Sweet! And on the bus and hold on tight. Oh, Evan, this is so slow.
Pull string to make go faster.
Okay.
Whoa!
The bus is floating. What gracious me. Oh, I see before you kill him, I know we have our belts. And he spotted us. Everybody get your belts. Fling them around your head. 1, 2, 3, go! Oh, we caught him. All right, what should we do? We got to get back to Shoestring for the second half.
Let's jump on him and ride him the way back.
Okay, everybody loop the belt around for reins. And climb on that monster. And let's go! Whoa! And we're back just in time for the second half of the Shoestring Players!
Once upon a time, in the jungles of India, there was a mother tiger. The time of year when mother tiger would give birth to her cubs. And so she began to hunt. She grew very heavy and slow, and all the animals managed to escape from her. The deer was too quick. The bird was too swift. Even the snake eluded her. Day after day went by with no success. The mother tiger grew weaker and weaker. One day, on her hunting, she spotted a clearing in the jungle, and in that clearing was a herd of goats. Now they were an ordinary herd of goats like goats everywhere. There were the kid goats, the nanny goats, and the old goats. And they behaved like typical goats. They all flocked together. They all followed after each other. They all did pretty much what the other goats did. And that was the way they liked it. Well, Mother Tiger knew this was her last chance. And with a loud roar, she burst from the jungle and began to run among the goats. But her weakened condition was too much for her. Mother Tiger lay down in the clearing and died. And as she died, she began to give birth. And one by one, all her cubs were born dead. All except one. The littlest one. The little tiger. And like all newborn babies, she was wet and cold and nearly blind. She was totally helpless. And the little goat and the goats didn't know what to do.
I say we kill it. It's a tiger. It's gonna grow up and it's gonna eat us all.
Shame on you! You can't kill it. It's a baby.
Oh yeah, it's a baby. I know. We can't get it.
The mayor of the goats showed up. So, what seems to be the problem here? Order in the court! One at a time.
It's a tiger. We have to kill it now.
It's a baby. You cannot kill a baby.
It's gonna grow into a big baby.
Oh, that's a long time from now. She's just a kid.
It's not a kid, it's a cub.
I say that we have a compromise.
Yeah, good idea.
I say we let it live.
Good idea.
Wait. We let it live, but we raise it as a goat. Teach it to be a goat. Teach it to eat like a goat, walk like a goat, talk like a goat, and above all, we never let it know that it's a tiger. she'll work just like a goat and become a constructive member of the flock. And that's my decision. And right away, the goats began to teach the little tiger. First, they taught her how to eat like a goat. Meh! Dig, 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 dig. Meh! Dig, 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 dig. Meh!
Hey, brother, darling.
Meh! Dig, 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 dig. Meh! Then they taught her to walk like a goat. And last of all, they taught her how to make the goat sound. Meh. 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 And so right away, the little tiger became part of the flock. But not really. The kid goats made fun of her. And the grown-up goats avoided her. She ate no food, but her teeth were no good at chewing grass and roots. And her stomach was never full. She was always hungry. And all the while, she was very unhappy. But since she was raised as a goat, she didn't know why. And so a full year went by. And this time, a mighty male tiger came stalking through the jungle. He was big and powerful and proud, and he knew what to do to fill his belly. But one day, he came upon the clearing in the jungle, and in the clearing was the herd of goats. Before they knew it, he burst from the jungle and chased the flock. Just then, he caught what it was ready to eat. Don't eat me! I'm the narrator! Get out of here! Just then, he heard the strangest sound. He turned around, saw the strangest sight he'd ever seen. It had black and white and orange stripes like his, but it sure didn't behave like him.
What did you say? That's what I thought. Don't say that! That's what a goat says!
But the little tiger didn't understand.
I said, don't do that! You're taking me off! Hey!
And with that, he ran Paul. He was so angry, he forgot all about the goats. Carried the little tiger and took her off to his cave in the mountains. The goats had mixed feelings about seeing him.
It was best for all concerned.
Meanwhile, the male tiger took the little tiger to his mountain cave. He threw her on the floor. Then he took a piece from yesterday's dinner and said,
Here, eat that. That's what a tiger eats.
well, the little tiger was very afraid. So she thought, I know, I'll give it a sniff. And she did. And lo and behold, she never smelled anything so good before.
I said, eat it.
So the little tiger, still afraid of the male tiger, decided to tear off a little bit of the piece. And lo and behold, she discovered that that's what her claws were.
Go ahead.
Then she gave it a little lick. And lo and behold, she never tasted anything so good before. Good. So then she had a bite. And it went down so easily. Not like the grass and the roots she'd been fed. It was so good, in fact, she had another bite. And another. And another. And another until the piece of meat was gone. And for the first time in her life, the little tiger felt full. For the first time in her life, the little tiger felt happy. For the first time in her life, the little tiger threw up her paws, opened her mouth, and with that word, the little tiger suddenly knew who she was. So, the moral of the story is, if you're a goat, be a goat. The goats are nice people. They all hang out together. They all follow after each other. They all do the same thing, and they're all happy doing it. So if you're a goat, be a goat. But if you're a tiger, you better be a tiger. And
Okay, Dad,
boys! I'm sorry. I'm a poor man with little to give you except 4 small bags of coins. Here, one for you, one for you, one for you, and one for you. Now make sure to spend them wisely, and I'm sure you'll make your way to work. Come on.
Yeah, thanks. I love you guys. Yes. Yeah.
So, they each went their separate ways, and they walked until they came to a crossroads. The signpost pointed.
North, yeah? South, darling.
East, forget about it.
West, yeah! And here they decided to split up.
I say we split up here.
We should each take a different direction.
And we'll each make our fortune.
I've never been alone before.
Yeah. In a year and a day, we'll meet up back here and see what we come up with. Agreed? Agreed.
And they each went their separate ways.
I'll go north.
I'll go south.
I'll go east.
I guess I'll go west.
So they all departed with the agreement that they would meet again in a year and a day. On his way north, the first brother met a little old lady.
Young man, can you spare me a penny?
All I have are a few pennies of my own.
If you give me a penny, I will give you a pair of magic gloves.
What can they do?
They can allow you to take whatever you need without being caught.
You mean steal?
Oh, no.
The gloves can only be used for good.
I don't believe this.
Where's your bag of coins?
Right here. Well, at least I thought it was right here.
Is this it?
Hey, I thought you said those gloves couldn't steal.
They didn't. Here, I'm returning it to you. Now do I get my penny?
Now do I get my magic gloves?
Deal.
Deal.
Meanwhile, the second brother traveled south. In a little while, he too met a little old lady.
Young man, will you give me a penny?
I only have a few of my own.
Oh, if you give me a penny, I will give you a magic spyglass. You can see anything in the sky or on earth.
So the second brother took the magic spyglass and he pointed it at the sky. And sure enough, he could see right through clouds.
Clouds.
Blinding sunlight! And right through the deepest, darkest
brother gave the old lady a penny and received the magic spyglass. Next, the third brother met a little old lady on his way east.
Young man, will you give me a penny?
I only have a few of my own.
If you give me a penny, I will give you a magic musket. Whichever way you point it, it will always hit the target.
Oh, come on.
You see that turkey over there? Watch.
And right before his eyes, she pointed the gun in the wrong direction.
Wait,
And pulled the trigger! So, the third brother gave the old lady a penny and received the magic musket. And last but not least, the baby brother met still another old lady.
Oh, young man. Are you looking for work?
I'm looking for my fortune.
Well, you learn to weave on my loom and spin on my spinning wheel, and I'll give you something worth more than a fortune.
So the old lady taught the baby brother to spin the thread and work the loom.
I'm not really good at manual labor.
But work he did, spinning and weaving the old woman's cloth. Spin, 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 spin.
Wait.
Spin, 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 spin.
Wait.
At last, when the baby brother had learned the trade, the old lady gave him a gift.
Oh, here it is.
What's this?
Why, it's a magic needle. It will let you sew any substance on earth. Rocks, wood, metal, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, thanks.
And he stuck the magic needle in his lapel and promptly fell asleep. Sorry. Well, finally, a year and a day had passed, and the four brothers met once again at the crossroads, each with his magic gift. It was there, on the signpost, that they saw a royal decree.
The king's daughter has been carried off by a dragon! Whoever brings her back safely will have the princess as his wife.
Right away, the four brothers decided to save the princess. They got in a boat and began to row to the Dragon's Island. After a while, the second brother took out his magic spyglass.
There she is. I see her. She's a helpless prisoner of lovesick dragon.
Sure enough, it was true. I love you.
I'm really not that kind of girl.
Quick as a flash, the first brother put on his magic gloves and went to steal the princess from the dragon. In no time at all, they were back. Who are you?
I'll explain later.
But even as they were getting away, the dragon realized the princess was gone. It spotted the brothers' boat, unfurled its wings, and started to chase them. As you can see, it was really scary. Meanwhile, the brothers and the princess could see the dragon diving on their boat. Quick as a flash, the third brother took out the magic musket and pointed it at the dragon.
1, 2, 3, bang!
The dragon fell dead from the sky! Yay! But it smashed the brothers' boat into pieces. Floating in the sea!
Wait a minute!
Said the baby brother, and he began to work feverishly with his magic needle. He sewed the boat back together, and everybody was saved!
Where did you guys come from?
Shoestring Players from Rutgers?
In no time at all, they were back at the king's court. The princess was restored to the king, her father.
Daughter! I have promised the princess's hand in marriage to have saved her from the dragon.
Sweet.
You did what?
So, which one of you four has saved her?
I did. My magic gloves let me steal the princess from the dragon.
Wait a minute. It was my magic telescope that showed us where she was hidden. Wait, it was my magic musket that killed the dragon.
So what? Without my magic needle, you all would have drowned. And that means we're not
My fine fellows! I had princesses and daughters enough for all of you! To the brother spyglass, I give you Princess Allie!
Unfortunately, Princess Allie was terribly nearsighted.
Are you sure this thing is magic? I can't see a thing. Maybe if we turn it around.
totally love you, Jesus. We should totally go make some shoes. In fact, I think I'll call a new wardrobe. And you can
And finally, I get Princess Amber to the brother with the magic glove. Hey.
Time out!
Oh.
Drink it in.
Okay, here are the rules. Rule number 1, I'm allergic to wool, so I hope those gloves aren't. Rule number 2, I cannot. Rule number 3,
As you can see, the four something less than clever brothers each got his wish.
And they all lived happily ever after.
It's like really the
Oh.
end.
The end. That's all, folks.
Thank you for coming out. Tomorrow we will be back here at 1 o'clock and at 3 o'clock, and we will be charging money, so, you know, remind your friends to bring their wallets. And we will also be back next weekend at Saturday, Sunday, 1 and 3, and the following weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 1 and 3. Okay? So thank you very much for coming out and enjoy the rest of the day.